CGA.
I'm not a bad person, please, Chief. I beg of you.
I don't think you're a bad. Let me have your business card. I don't think you're a bad person.
No, I just don't want to get.
You're impersonating a police officer.
Ordinary citizens pretending to be cops create many problems that benefit no one. Today we'll explore cases where legitimate law enforcement officers caught fake cops. On July 20th, 2022, the Ackworth police chief saw the driver of a car turn on red and white flashing emergency lights to get out of traffic. The chief then had one of his officers pull him over and question him.
Hey, partner.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Ackworth Police Department.
How are you?
The only reason why I'm pulling you over, I guess y'all were, well, that's my chief of police right there. He saw y'all go around traffic. He was trying to figure out who y'all are with or what was going on.
Okay.
So he called out on the radio and asked for a marked unit, and that's why I got you pulled over.
That's fine.
So, I'll just let him come up if you want to ask. Who y'all work for, Georgia Metropolitan?
Yeah, I'm off-duty hero operator.
Oh, off-duty
Yeah.
hero operator?
How you doing, Chief? Hey.
The man driving the car was later identified as 33-year-old Gerardson Mackey, who claimed to be an off-duty hero operator. Mackey spoke to the chief and explained that he ran his own company and that the uniform was for that job.
I'm an off-duty operator. I just work in a criminal detail. That's my ID. That's my badge. Yeah, I just work in a criminal detail. I went to get my car checked out because you can see all the lights on.
Why is the car registered to an individual?
That's mine. This is my company.
So what are you doing with all these red lights?
Sorry?
Why all this emergency lights? And did I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic on Lake Ackworth Drive?
Oh, no, because I couldn't get through, Chief. You notice? That's a standstill. So I flashed the lights hoping to see me, but I was trying to get in the line.
Who do you work for?
This is my company. I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company.
Okay.
Yeah, I do criminal details. Yeah.
So you look like me, you're impersonating a police officer.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not impersonating, sir.
You got any ID on you?
Yes, sir. If you look in the front. If you look in the front.
I see red lights. I saw red lights when you pulled out.
Yeah, that's sir. That's when it activated to the back.
Yeah. Where's your ID?
Right, yes, Chief. Yeah.
Mackey's uniform closely resembled one of an officer, and he even had a badge. His car was an old police car with plenty of bells and whistles. Despite everything, Mackey thought there was nothing wrong with his car, and he was right to go.
Do you have a lighting permit for the vehicle?
Yeah, right down the glass.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Yeah, she's got a light permit. Hey, Chief, what do you say that cross was where you saw him activate the lights on Lake Ackworth?
What's the name of the subdivision with the mayor behind Lake Ackworth Village?
Lake Ackworth.
He was at
Ackworth Muffler.
and he was wanting to turn right out on the 92 in that string of traffic there, and he turns on
Okay.
the lights to get out there.
Okay, so near Cherokee Street.
He's got front windshield tinted and all windows are over there. His front windshield's a power tinted. Awesome. Does he got a gun on him too?
The thing is so he has a lighting permit that's valid. He has a lighting permit that's valid for the vehicle. To have
Can't
it.
have red though. Can't have red or blue, right?
That's what I'm curious about. If he has a company that does escorts, I'd have to look back in the law. I would assume it's amber and white.
Right. Be too fast for you. It's red.
The officers concluded that despite having the permits for his lights, using them to avoid traffic was unacceptable. As a result, the officer issued him a ticket, which he reacted to bizarrely.
All right, Mr. Mackey, here's your ID back.
Thank you.
Look, given with all the lighting permit and stuff that I'm seeing, I'm just going to assume everything's properly permitted and stuff for the vehicle.
It is, sir.
That said, with what my chief's observation, the use of those are for strictly business purposes. You
No,
can't
you're right.
you can't be using it to pull in the traffic, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to issue a citation for unlawful operation for emergency vehicle, okay? Just here.
I know, let me
listen
just
to me.
talk to Chief real quick before, because I'm telling you how it's going to work. Even though I'm doing this on my private side, once I get this ticket, G-Dot is going to ground me again. I'm going to get grounded. And that's why I'm trying to don't interfere in my personal business with G-Dot. Anytime they run a driver's license number, I'm going to get grounded. I asking the chief, please.
I hear, but you have to understand that this whole scenario is a big issue for us too, because
No,
the
no, I
uniform
understand.
and lights and all that.
No, I
this is when it
understand.
gets.
The thing is, this is my company. I run my company respectfully.
Okay.
Because I deal with high clients. This is my uniform. Nothing on me say officer, nothing. This is my uniform.
I got you.
Despite the resistance, he had no option but to sign the ticket. However, he could protest it later, but things were about to get a lot worse for him.
If the chief wants to argue, that's fine, but this is going to stand. All right, just let me explain this. What I need you to do is sign here at the X. Signing is not an admission.
I know
Okay.
routines.
All right.
I'm a former police in the Bahamas. I know.
Okay. Do you need a pen? There you
Yes,
go.
sir, please, if I could.
Everything I point out to everyone else, auto-generated court date right now is showing for the 18th of August at 9 a.m. at our court. The address is right there on the back of your copy. This phone number right here is to the court services. Takes about 3 to 5 business days for the citation. Give them a call and they'll explain everything to you.
Okay.
Do you have any further?
Do I have to attend the court? Or I just can pay it because I really.
Once you contact that number, they'll tell you all your options if you can just pay it outright, and they'll explain your payment problems.
Mackey, however, wanted to talk to the chief and almost begged him not to give him the ticket. This was because he was not a hero officer, as GDOT fired him in January.
And you're all hot, but what about all these people in there?
I know.
Why
That's
don't you
why.
open the windows for them?
Yeah, I'm trying to crack the window right now, Chief.
Won't you open all the windows so they don't?
No, the thing is, when I ride, the air, the compressor's going to kick in. Yeah. Chief.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be no pain in your hip, but Chief, please, man, I don't want to get grounded. Please, from GDOT, please. I beg you, Chief.
I get that.
I live in the community. I live right there on 3485. I'm not a bad person. Please, Chief. I beg of you.
I don't think you're a bad. Let me have your business card. I don't think you're a bad person.
No, I just don't
but
want to get.
You're impersonating a police officer.
I don't want to. No, I don't impersonate police officers, sir. That's why I was careful. I present myself on my uniform. Also, I'm a former police in the Bahamas. I don't have nothing to impersonate for.
We need real cops.
I know.
You could apply.
And I don't want to. Honestly, I don't want to apply for awkward.
Okay.
I don't want to apply for awkward.
The cops were unaware of this reality, as they only cited him for unlawful operation of an emergency vehicle. They soon made their way out of there despite Mackey's consistent pleas.
All right, unless you have any other questions, you're free to leave.
Chief.
I want to verify your employment, and I'm probably going to have CID look into this. To be honest with you, see what you're doing.
I know, Chief.
I don't feel good.
Chief.
Chief,
I can show you my LLC. I can show you my LLC right now.
I'll let them handle it.
And also right here.
Yeah.
That's why he was calling my supervisor just now.
All right.
And
Well,
this is
that's between you and your boss, okay?
Yeah.
Like I said,
Chief.
we'll do our follow-up, but
I know, Chief.
oh god.
Mackey was let go with a citation, but once the officers investigated, they discovered the truth about him, and Mackey was charged with impersonating a public officer. He was arrested and taken to jail, but later bonded out. Well, if you think this guy was insane, this next fake cop took things up a notch.
The sheriff?
Yep. Orange County. 17 years.
On November 26, 2019, Osceola deputy Ismael Rodriguez saw a Dodge Charger on the road, sounding a siren. He also observed 2 BMW motorcycles with red and blue emergency lights. He ultimately made a traffic stop at their final destination. However, he had yet to learn they all worked together for a company.
Are we being stopped, or you just want to know what's going on? Are you with us?
No.
No?
We just all came over there.
Okay, we're over here. He's telling us to move to the side. He's not stating if he's stopping us or not. He's on the phone with somebody. He's coming up to us, and yeah, Miley's here also.
Make sure you're recording, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
You want to be over there?
He's on the phone with somebody, telling them if you want to be over here or something.
Yeah, but I know you guys are employed by who? Metro State?
Yes.
You guys look like cops. I thought you guys were like cops at first when you were blocking the intersection and stuff.
Yeah, we're doing a funeral escort, so Miley.
All these employees were from Metro State, a company owned by Jeremy DeWitt, who provided funeral escort services. Among the lot, 77-year-old Eunice Gardee started to talk to the officer as he called himself a law enforcement officer.
What seems to be the problem, officer?
It seems The sheriff?
Yep. Orange County. 17 years. They always
you're
come.
You're the owner of the company?
No, I'm not the owner of them. They always come and officiate funerals for us.
Okay.
Because the traffic becomes hideous. And I'll give you an example. We had a funeral here. We, with the hearse, we waited an hour and a half and the family got lost. And after 4 o'clock, we're going to pay these guys overtime. But in the 10 years I've known them, they've never pretended to be police officers or
Yeah,
so.
okay, I have you on the phone.
And they always helped us with every funeral, every Muslim funeral throughout Orlando.
I'm Miley's talking to him right now. He's saying that we look like cops.
Mr. Gardy was only a volunteer at the Orange County Sheriff's Office, but he was falsely showing himself as a deputy. He was wearing a black hat that read Orange County Sheriff. One of the employees also had Jeremy on the phone, and all were bullying the young deputy.
So, you guys just do an escort and then...
Yes, sir.
Everybody's recording.
As soon as we
get
stop
here,
the
all the
funeral,
Yep.
lights goes off,
we turn all their lights off and they go home.
and we go home. And they will not be turned on until there's another funeral.
Okay. So, it seems like it was blue lights, okay?
He seems like it was blue
I
lights.
heard sirens,
And he heard sirens.
okay? When I came up to the intersection...
Turn the lights on.
Okay.
My lights on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just hold on a second. Just hold on a second. We'll check that in a little bit.
Turn on the lights on right now.
Okay.
145.
Yeah, here. I'll put it on speaker. It's on speaker.
Okay, deputy, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you doing?
Deputy. Good, how are you?
Good.
Okay, 316-1974 says we're allowed to run funeral escorts. Our lights are purple and amber. We'll turn all our lights on for you, but I can promise you we're not doing anything illegal and we don't have blue lights. So
Okay.
we're going to go ahead and turn all our lights on. Be advised, my officer is recording you right now. So go turn all their lights on so you can see that they're purple and amber. And then at that point, I'm hoping we can then continue on because you're making my officers look bad in front of my client. And I can assure you that that's not going to continue to happen.
The young deputy was distressed and soon called for a supervisor to assess the situation independently. Meanwhile, they all waited for him to arrive.
Like I said, I mean, I've never...
We're asking for driver's license, why we're doing a 50 when we're legally allowed to do 316-1974.
Okay.
Florida State statute, 316-1974 says we can do funeral escorts. So, I'm just confused where the 50 is coming in.
Where the what's coming in?
1050, traffic stop.
Traffic stop, the 1050.
Okay. I've never done this before. Okay, I've never seen this company before. Okay, and at this moment, I do have the reasonable suspicion that there was blue lights and there was a siren. So I'll investigate it, and they'll listen to me because this is a traffic stop for now. Okay.
Yeah, he's talking with
Where
those.
was he on a traffic stop?
He pulled into the grass area. We were pulling in, and he never pulled up behind any of us and initiated his lights. He initiated it on the side of the road.
He's saying that he was on a traffic stop and saw you guys do something.
No.
Okay.
The sergeant is pulling them away to talk to them.
Photo?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did one of you use the siren?
Nope, none of us. None of us.
Okay.
Nope. Not one bit. Air horns only.
If you are unaware, Jeremy DeWitt is the same person who has been detained and arrested multiple times for impersonating a police officer. Soon, the supervisor started to pull each person to the side and listen to their story. Suddenly, Jeremy asked his employee to let him speak with the officer.
Who's driving the cars? You and you?
Yes. Okay. Motorcycle 6 and 4.
He's telling us to come over here in the car.
Somebody's hitting the siren.
Following too close.
Saying the reason why we're here is because someone hit the siren in the car.
Stepped on the brakes.
Never.
Nope, I know.
Tell him.
I know. Excuse me, Sergeant. Can I have a word with you? He said 1 minute, so.
Sure. Are you recording on your phone or anything? Is anyone else recording?
It's on my body camera.
Oh, you have a body camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my boss wants to speak with you.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Sergeant, how you doing today, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
You don't understand.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, Sergeant. We've been working your jurisdiction in that sector for 10 years with no problem.
Yeah.
Just because Orange County's harassing us doesn't mean that's where we're actually committing crimes.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you why we're here. Okay, so the officer, has said that, the lights went blue and he heard a siren. So one of your guys.
The sergeant only had a problem with the two people driving recklessly on the motorbikes with red and blue lights on. Soon, he decided to let them go with a warning, but Jeremy was still unhappy.
All right, take the sergeant the phone.
He's good.
Hold on, he's the sergeant's here.
Write you guys just written warnings, okay?
Written warnings, they're writing us.
We're not gonna write you.
Sergeant, we shouldn't even be.
Just make sure that when you guys are in a motorcycle procession, it doesn't be a foot off somebody's bumper.
I know.
What I mean? So, and I don't care what Orange County has against you guys. I'm just trying to be fair.
Right.
All right, but I also don't want you guys to hurt somebody in the process. Okay, so we'll be out of here in just a minute, and we'll be back.
Sergeant, can you give me a second of your time?
Yes, sir.
3/16/1974.
Yeah, dude. I listen, man. I'm on our motor unit. I know what statute you're talking about. All right, let me just deal with what I got to deal with, and no one's gonna get in trouble, and we'll be out of here. Okay. All right, man. Have a good day. Take care. See you, man.
Drive safe.
All right.
However, the sergeant gave them the benefit of the doubt and didn't proceed with any tickets. He had a quick word with them and let them go.
Do care. So make sure that even though you guys are doing
What's up?
Hey, no,
make sure
he's talking.
that you
I
guys
just
are
want to
not
have you here.
driving carelessly,
He's talking.
Okay, because that is a violation of the statute. Okay. Now, the part about the siren, I'm going to chalk that up and just. He heard a siren, okay? It was coming from there and there. I warn you this, okay? In Osceola County, if I hear you guys hitting a siren and I catch you, you're going to go to jail. All right? So just as long as you guys know that, I'm good with that. I'm not going to make a big deal about the siren because,
You heard my air horn, so I found the air horn.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, okay? But I'm just telling you, in the future, as your owner knows, don't hit your sirens. You know what I'm saying? You hit air horn, that's it, okay? And then it'll be 2 minutes and I'll get you guys out of here. Okay.
However, the matter didn't end there. Upon investigation, the deputies discovered that Eunice Gardi was not a sworn officer, but only an employee. He was immediately arrested and removed as a volunteer at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. All of his equipment was taken away, and now his criminal charges are in the hands of Osceola County. Surprisingly, there's no shortage of idiots trying to showcase themselves as law enforcement officers.
See your other hand for me? Where are you headed to? I'm a U.S. Marshal. Right. I know for a fact, 100%, you are not with the U.S. Marshals. Okay?
On July 31st, 2023, Corporal Rosazzi noticed a pickup truck with emergency lights and siren activated. Intrigued, he decided to conduct a traffic stop and was shocked to see who was driving the car.
See your other hand for me? Where are you headed to? Okay. You have your driver's license on it? Let's deal with the purple lights. Those are purple tonight. Where are you headed to? A shooting in Marino? Okay, 10-4. Hey, sir. So the vehicle is your vehicle, is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking for something to verify that you're a U.S. Marshal. All right.
The person was later identified as Derry Lambert. He claimed to be a U.S. Marshal and even had a badge. However, the officer had serious suspicions about him and urged him to come outside his car. He started to ask him questions, and it became quite clear that he was bluffing.
Yeah, just hang tight with me.
I got to go back to shift in about 2 hours. So.
Where's shift at? Where's shift
I got to get my car.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, hopefully we can get this resolved really quickly. All right. Phone wants to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, what is your name?
Derry Lambert.
Okay, what district do you work out of?
I work out of Texas, but they got me down. They got me down in Florida right now, looking into Marion Oaks. There's two gangs out there that are riding on a four-wheeler with a pole on it, busting into people's houses.
Okay,
And they got a call, so I chase. What's that?
What district in Texas do you work out of?
Dallas.
Soon, the officer concluded that Derry was not who he claimed to be. Therefore, he immediately arrested him and called a real U.S. Marshal to come and assess him.
All right, do me a favor. Just go ahead and turn around for me. Then put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'll explain it to you. Well, so you're going to be arrested for impersonating a police officer, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read this to you, okay? And who do you work for? Who are you employed by?
United States Marshal Service.
U.S. Marshals, okay. You told me that you don't have your credentials with you, but they're in your...
They're in my Charger.
In your Charger, a work vehicle?
Right.
Okay. Who's the Charger registered to?
It's registered to Marshal Service.
Marshals, okay.
That's my personal vehicle.
So why would the marshals outfit your personal vehicle with lights and sirens?
In Texas, it's not like here.
Okay.
You don't have cars like this.
You have a Florida tag.
Despite everything, Derry did not drop his act and continued to pretend to be a marshal. Soon, an actual U.S. Marshal arrived and questioned him extensively. Derry's replies were hilarious.
Squad, what do you mean by squad?
They sent 3 or 4 of us down here.
Who is they?
The Rangers.
The Rangers? Which Rangers? Like the baseball team?
No. Hell no.
Okay, so what Rangers?
The Marshals.
The Marshals?
Yeah.
So what, where do you work out of Texas?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yes.
What's your district?
District. What do you mean?
Well,
we just
if
have
you're
headquarters in the county.
If you're a U.S. Marshal, you would know your district. 641? Okay.
That's our squad.
Okay.
But there's only a few of us here.
A few of you? Would I be one of those?
No.
I'm not a U.S. Marshal?
I don't know. I see a badge.
Well, here's my credentials. I am actually a Special Deputy U.S. Marshal.
Yeah.
Here are my credentials.
Yeah. Mine are in my car.
These, your credentials like this are in there.
I have one to identify that.
Derry was making a huge joke of himself and was still refusing to accept the truth. Even the marshal was stunned to see this ridiculous behavior, as he could not believe what he witnessed.
Okay, so where do you work for the Fugitive Task Force? Do you work for the District Marshals?
No.
Who do you work for?
I work for the task force.
You work for the task force?
Like people running. We do raids. All I do is raids.
Okay, listen to me for just a second. I'm going to give you a little bit of an out or whatever.
Right.
I know you're not a U.S. Marshal. I'm a U.S. Marshal.
Right.
I know for a fact, 100%, you are not with the U.S. Marshals. Okay? So I would just want to know why you would try to identify as a U.S. Marshal. Was it to, like, get around traffic?
No.
Okay, so what were you trying to do?
I told you twice. I was responding to a call.
With the U.S. Marshals?
Yes.
Sir, there is nothing like that. I'm gonna give you a little tip, pro tip. Okay? There's only 3 of us in this county. You are not one of the other 2.
The marshal owned Derry and was soon taken to the police station, where he was charged with false impersonation of a law enforcement officer, unlawful use of blue lights, unlawful use of a badge, possession of a firearm, and several other charges. He pled guilty to the false impersonation charge and could be sentenced to prison for 3 years. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw cases where dumb people pretended to be law enforcement officers. Particularly concerning and hilarious was the last case where a person kept up with his act of being a false U.S. Marshal even when confronted with the truth. It's truly bizarre to see citizens acting in this way, as this can also cause serious problems. We hope that they learn a lesson from this arrest and never try to do this again. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video and subscribing to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.